welcome back. So I took the Stealth out on the water yesterday, and I caught a fish on it. The footage was so terrible, I'm not even going to put it on there. I just had the GoPro at an odd angle and it didn't work out. But I want to talk about what I learned about it. This is going to be a lengthy video. So this reel has a 4.4 out of 5 stars on Amazon.com. And the attributes that they talk about are how lightweight it is at 5.9 ounces, and it is awesomely light. Okay, they talk about how well it casts and how smooth it is and how far it casts, and that's all correct, absolutely 100%. And then you go down to the 1 stars, and then there's people livid about backlashes and how this reel is just junk because it backlashes every time and they lose line and so on and so forth. That's also true. Okay, first let me tell you what a backlash is, and this may seem obvious to people and it may not seem obvious to others. It's when the spool spins faster than the lure is flying out. Okay, the spool, I'm going to repeat this, the spool spins faster than the line is flying out. And the reason why I say this is the Stealth is different, and what makes it different is actually what makes it cast further, cast smoother, but it also is what can make it backlash more. And I'm going to show you what that is. This spool is cross drill, and according to KastKing, it's 40% lighter, thus making it spin faster. In my initial review of it, the first time I casted it, I was like, wow, this spool wants to fly. I have never felt a spool that spins this fast. The other thing that I don't think anybody is really talking about is when you're talking about the braking systems on, say, a Concept 13 or Concept A13 fishing, the centrifugal is on the spool. So not only is it not cross-drilled, it has the additional weight of the centrifugal braking system on the spool, thus making it heavier. When you're talking about a Shimano, not cross-drilled, centrifugal system on the spool, making it heavier. Lose, not cross-drilled, centrifugal system on the spool. So what makes the reel lighter makes the spool faster, making it potentially backlash more if not adjusted correctly. The other thing that I don't think I've seen anybody review about this is take a look at the spool sizes. The Stealth spool is substantially taller or has a larger circumference, which I'm not a physicist or anything, but I'm pretty sure that adds to the speed of the spool. So back to the beginning of the video. A backlash is when the spool spins faster than the lure coming out. So in essence, you have one of the fastest moving spools I've ever used. Thus, what makes it different in terms of its weight reduction and its ease of casting and its casting distance can make it a higher backlashing, frustrating reel for an inexperienced bait caster. So, expectations. You must expect that your braking setup is going to be different, or may be different, than in your other reels, because of the fact that the spool's lighter and taller and spins faster. So, expectations. I use one centrifugal on my Concept 13 and no magnetics. It doesn't have magnetics. And I cast it. If I put one centrifugal on my Stealth and no magnetics and I cast it, whew, I'm gonna backlash most likely. Okay? So, for an inexperienced new person to bait casting, is this the best reel for you? Maybe not, but I'm going to quickly show you a setup that will eliminate your backlashes, okay? 1. Put all 4 of these orange centrifugals on, okay? That means push them all in and activate all 4 centrifugals. 2, turn your magnetics up to 7. Okay? And this is very important. Your cast control knob. When you've got your lure at the tip of your rod, tighten this thing down and loosen it until the lure literally just starts to move. Okay? That is controlling the speed of the lure from the beginning of the cast, in the middle of the cast, and at the end of the cast. Okay? So, the cast control knob controls the speed of the lure throughout the entire range of the cast. The magnetics tend to control it at the end, and the centrifugals tend to control it right upon initial cast. They flare. Okay? So with all of those 3 settings to those positions, you will eliminate the backlashing of this reel. But don't knock the reel because it's different. What makes it different is what makes it good. But the expectations is you must treat the setup different than virtually every other reel that you have, because the spool is different than every other reel I have. So I'd rate it a 4 out of 5 stars. The build quality is good. The casting is effortless, but it's a little bit finicky because it's different than everything else I own. So, tight drop speed, 7 on the magnetics, all the centrifugals out, and you will love this reel. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching Conception 66 Fishing. We'll see you again soon.